Why have you pressed the goddamn button? Every time! Why won't you let me press the button? Is it because it's red? Or is it because it says, do not touch the big red button?
Yes, sound guy. Do not touch the red button.
Why won't you let me touch the button?
Ask the sound guy. He's the one who keeps pressing it.
But why won't you let me touch it?
It's the sound guy.
It's always you. Why is this always about you? Why does it always have to be about Matthew McGinnis, malicious fucking burns?
You got that out of the way pretty quickly, didn't you? Today?
Why can't it be about
The man, the myth, the legend,
Scott
Nathan
Sterling?
Goff. Nathan Goff.
But no, well, that's out of the way. I've been waiting 3 weeks to use that again. I've missed that. You know, because someone rained off last week. You know, he came down with a little bit of a sniffle. You know, man flu, and it just...
A sniffle?
Fucking like Britain came to a stop.
It wasn't.
He's got a cold. The country stops.
It wasn't a cold. I had an infection.
You having gonorrhea does not count.
It was not gonorrhea.
Was it in your ear?
Yes. I can see where the bad joke comes from, but as always, we have the
Motley in the background behind.
Motley in the back, so we definitely
Behind the window. He's back with us after a long absence, you know. I suppose we have to take this one back. I definitely preferred the female version.
Yeah, definitely.
But I suppose I'll put up with the male version for a week. If anyone wants to volunteer to be our sound guy, please send your resume with a picture to theburningtruth@outlook.com and we will consider you for an internship. It doesn't pay, and you have to put up with me for an hour and a half.
Uh-oh. Not a selling point! Not a selling point, Nick!
But apart from that, the position's brilliant.
The hours are great.
Yeah, the hours are great.
It's just the abuse you have to be able to handle.
It's the onslaught of abuse and... another unique selling point is, you do get to colour in a bit of a tattoo. So if you remember Raw between 1999, after WrestleMania, but just before the Survivor Series, you had Jaws and Prince Albert running down with a tattoo colouring kit. So if you want to relive 1999 like it's 2016, you can come here with a tattooing kit and you can colour in the Bad Boy British Wrestling's arm.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Not happening.
Yeah, you can.
I am not a colouring book.
You're like a guinea pig for trainee tattoo artists.
Really? I am not a guinea pig for trainee tattoo artists. Professionals have done my tattoos.
Okay, well, we'll get a professional person who can colour between the lines.
They have colour between the lines.
I can still see some lines that need to be coloured in.
No, that's just the idiot who tried to previously draw on me and before he got his hand smacked. Motley.
Sounds like foreplay. Is there something you and the sound guy aren't telling me? Do you pair need some private time?
He just needs this to be a beating, and I don't mean in that way.
Isn't he like your practice toy for like new moves? So, like, if you ever want to try like a new finisher or anything like that, do you just go, come here, come on,
I wasn't thinking that,
Motley,
but I am now thinking of it.
come here, right, and up you go. But I don't want to go up today. Tough shit, sunshine, come here. No wonder he goes missing for 2 weeks at a time. I've seen you try to do a Death Valley driver.
I do fine.
Of course you do. You just dropped the other person on their head.
I didn't.
Have you seen his head? It's flatter than a frying pan.
He was born that way.
He was born that way. It sounds like a bad Lady Gaga interlude. Right, so there's our jokey part 5-minute sketch out the way. welcome to where the actual wrestling podcast starts. So, this is The Burning Truth. I'm Nathan Goff. Across from me is Nigel McGuinness, Matthew Burns, or just Matthew Burns. And we're here to talk all things wrestling before WrestleMania. Before the biggest showcase of the Immortals, which is more like fucking Middle Card Mania this year, but never mind. I can get over Middle Card Mania.
It's gonna be average.
And I'm contemplating staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't think I have that much of a supply of rum.
Only rum? What?
However, if I get the vodka in, it could be a dangerous night. I might be cheering Triple H to CP Roman Reigns.
Basically, what you just said to me right there is if you go onto that stuff, please have lawyers and security on standby.
No, just be careful because I might go 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
You do know I beat you at WrestleMania last year on predictions.
I'm not about predictions. I'm not about my actual wrestling career.
Oh, you mean the one that you cheap shotted me with?
Well, you call it cheap shot, I call it a win. Potato, potato.
What the hell was that? Potato, potato?
Yeah.
With that dodgy accent?
You call it a cheap shot, I call it a win. You can call it what you want.
Basically, you're following the rules of it ain't cheating unless you get caught.
Precisely.
And you can apologise if you do.
Eddie Guerrero did it for years. He lied and cheated and stealed. So, WrestleMania. We're just shy of 8 days. I think it's 7 days, so many hours away now.
Yep. We've got one more Raw.
We've got one more Raw replay.
Yep.
And a Superstars. So, let's start with what I actually think is one of the more interesting feuds. It's probably going to be on the pre-show because half of the people can't wrestle.
I will say this. We're not going to be doing predictions
this week. I just want to have a look at the build and actually see what you think and see what we do different.
Yeah.
Because
There's a lot.
This WrestleMania, if this WrestleMania hasn't showed Vince and everyone else that they are absolutely and utterly fucked.
If any of the major stars actually decide to go, I'm done.
Yeah, if John Cena decides, you know what? Nikki's asked me for a baby for that long. You know, I'm worth 35 million. She's worth 6, and she's got a property license to sell properties. You know what, Vince?
I'm done.
I'm done. See you in a bit. I can go do some straight to DVD movies to top up my income if I want to.
Or some TV shows.
Yeah. Or if Randy Orton goes, you know what?
Fancy one more feud?
Not really. But if Randy Orton comes back and goes, you know what, this isn't really for me. I'm quite happy. I've got 10, 12 million sitting in the bank. I can live off that for the rest of my life. See you in a bit.
Yep.
If Undertaker decides,
bye-bye.
You know what, fuck it, I can go away. Done. Seth Rollins doesn't come back.
He's injured.
But if he doesn't come back, supposedly start training again. But we'll get to that later. But if any of the big stars decide that they don't want to come back,
oh dear.
Next year, like this should be the wake-up call to Vince where he goes, shit, this is 1996 all over again.
This is 1996 all over again. We basically need my son Triple H to get back into his tights and start wrestling again. And Shane, goddammit, fall off the Titan.
No, that's 1998 and 1999.
Oh, no, it's not.
1996. No, 1999. Steve Blackman, he fell off one in 99, and then he dived on Big Show at Backlash 2000.
My mistake.
I think Steve Blackman was something early or late 99. Wasn't SummerSlam. Because I think he was feuding with...
it was SummerSlam.
It wasn't.
100%.
I bet he wasn't.
He was.
How much do you want to bet?
How much do you want to bet?
Well, you already owe me £4.20.
I do not owe you £4.20.
You already owe me £4.20.
I do not owe you £4.20.
I'll go double or quits with you on £4.20.
I do not owe you.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
How do I owe you?
You owe me £4.20.
How do I owe you?
I made you a bet earlier on the British wrestling scene that something was happening that you said is not happening. And when I proved you wrong, you then owe me £4.20. So I will go double or quits. I should know. I'm rewatching 1999 Raws at the moment. And you're about to when you check your WWE network that I've watched half of 1999.
Oh. The Leap of Faith? We were both on. It wasn't 1999. It was August 2000. What pay-per-view? Check it!
Yeah, but you got the year wrong.
Oh, you really want to go down that road? I said it was SummerSlam.
I said it was 99 and you went it was SummerSlam. And I knew it wasn't because Shane McMahon was feuding with Test in 1999.
SummerSlam!
But it wasn't
There.
99.
It's still SummerSlam!
So we were both
I
wrong.
win!
No, you don't.
Some guy don't need points because you'll disagree with him and stick your finger up at me because you're just better.
It isn't bitter. You said it was 1999 SummerSlam. You were half right. Just like I was half right. I thought it wasn't 99. And your argument was that it was 1999.
I was arguing at SummerSlam.
No, you weren't. You're arguing it was
I was
1999.
arguing at SummerSlam.
After we're done recording, I'll play this back to you.
That's fine. We'll carry on.
And then I can have £8.40.
You can kiss my ass.
Big enough.
You can kiss my ass.
I know I can kick your
I
ass.
said kiss! Anyway, moving on. What's your current view over the feud for the tag team titles?
Well, I was going to come to the tag team titles later. I was going to start with what I think is going to be the kick-off match on the pre-show,
Right.
which is the 10 Diva Tag Team match.
Ah.
Which has had one of the better builds.
Oddly enough, it does.
Because it's been done over 3 shows. It's been done on Raw, Superstars, and SmackDown. Did you see Lana's, what's Rusev's kick called? Savant kick.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I was expecting some nerdy guy, you know, one of them guys from like out of the film from Bloodsport, checking the canvas, you know, checking the gold teeth, you know, biting into it.
Ouch.
You know what I'm on about? You know, yeah, that's real gold tooth.
Are we going to see Lana enter the ring at WrestleMania 32? Yes or no?
Part of me wants to say, yes! Yes!
Sounds like you've been watching Sonny in a porno.
No! No!
And that sounds after like you've watched Sonny in a porno.
But I'm expecting it to be no.
I'm expecting... Now, I'm going to stand on the apron with this. Like Lana will do for the whole match.
Yeah.
I don't reckon she'll be tagged in.
No.
I reckon she'll do a little run-in. Won't officially make in the match, but still do an X Factor or something.
Yeah.
It's got to set up for Brie leave the next night.
Yeah.
Because she's finishing early. Because Daniel Bryan's supposedly away for medical conditions at the moment, which is why he's been replaced for Access at WrestleMania by Shawn Michaels. So, what's coming out of the rumour mill at the moment is that Brie Balor will leave on the Raw after WrestleMania, which is where I think Lana will make her proper in-ring debut against Brie and retire. The old adage is, you go out on your back, and Brie could put Lana on the start.
Yeah.
It won't be brilliant, but it'll be a start.
Correct.
So,
It's a stepping stone.
yeah, I see Team Total Divas winning at WrestleMania to start thingy, and I see Nikki Bella making a return and using a new finisher. I don't think she'll use the rack attack again.
Oh, good lord. Can't see that myself.
She's supposed to be at Raw this Monday. So I can see her being able to return to do a spot, which the spot will be the end of the match.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see her using the attitude adjustment or something like that.
Oh.
I can see her changing the move from the rack attack to the attitude adjustment. Or...
The scary thing about it is, I can see that myself. Just because everybody knows who she's with.
Yeah.
And it would actually lessen the blow on the neck.
And you take it with your knees.
Well, he takes it with his knees, even though you're not meant to.
No, but
But
I reckon she'll use that as the finish. You know, maybe she's been cleared for a spot or two, but do not dare do more than 2 minutes in the match.
do not dare, you dare.
Paige will take most of the beating with Natty. The match will go for about 10 minutes, and then after, Nikki gets the hot tag, punches 2 people off the apron. Everyone comes in with the finishes, and Nikki comes in, and it's the last one after you've seen the other 9 finishes. Match over.
And off.
Yeah. Right. What else is going to be on the pre-show? The Andre Giant Battle Royal. Unless they use the Battle Royal as a chance to get a spot at the IC title ladder match.
You're about to fill in for Neville.
Yeah.
He's already been replaced.
Who by?
Woo woo woo!
He was already in there on Monday.
Nope. He was actually placed.
SmackDown.
He was actually placed in. He wasn't actually meant to be in that match.
No, we've been putting there on SmackDown one.
Neville was meant to be involved. No, he was actually done on Raw. He was meant to be involved a little bit. But then it changed and they had to sort of do it on the fly because of the whole injury.
Right, but they've only got 7 people in there at the moment, haven't they? 6 or 7. So
They can do 6 or 7.
But I think they prefer an even number. So I think they might just throw in like the added stipulation.
Just one more.
Yeah, be nice if they did. It gives me a reason to watch the pre-show while I'm off from work.
He's gonna die.
So who do I think will win that? Kane.
Oh, you mean the Battle Royal? Yeah.
Kane or Braun Strowman.
I want it to be Kane.
Ideally, I'd love it to be Curtis Axel. Because I don't think that'd be a pisser.
What about Mando?
Damien Sandow.
Yeah.
Where's he been? He's been borrowing JTG's fucking locker room, man.
On mobile phone.
But,
Bit of advice, Mando. Do not answer your phone.
you can answer your phone next year. Next year would be a good time for you to answer your phone. But I reckon the head says Kane or thingy. If they put it in where you can get in the Intercontinental ladder match, I think it's Kane.
Yeah.
If they don't, it's
Strowman.
Strowman. Right, so let's move on.
I will say, everyone says, oh, he can't bump. Brock made him bump on SmackDown. Have you seen it?
Kane and Big Show made him bump at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, yeah.
You will take this double choke slam. He jumped so high, mate.
So high.
So let's move on to the main show. We've had America the Beautiful, or whatever the national anthem's called.
Yeah.
We come in. Are we going to have a 4-man announce team? There's rumours that there's going to be a split announce team.
Nah. Can't see it.
Can't you?
No.
I can see Saxton, Lawler, and
JBL?
no, Saxton, Lawler, and Mauro Ranallo, is it?
SmackDown.
SmackDown doing the pre-show, and possibly the first
Morello
couple of matches.
I think is brilliant.
He's a legitimate commentator. he isn't a scripted commentator. He is a legitimate fight commentator
And the good thing about
with
it
a
is,
passion for wrestling. But everyone knows him for his UFC commentary, his boxing commentary, his mixed martial arts commentary, which he calls move by move, which is what he gets to do on SmackDown.
wow, while having someone probably scream down his heels like, "Don't go like that!"
Have you read his interview?
No.
SmackDown isn't done by Vince.
Is it not?
It's done by Michael Cole.
So Michael Cole, the man who says Vince went on Raw, is screaming down your ear hole constantly.
Michael Cole produces the commentary on the other shows apart from Raw. Michael Cole's backstage with Triple H and Vince, but Michael Cole is the one that's down the headset helping him. He says Michael Cole's been a big help. If you go on WrestleZone.com, there's an interview either on the homepage, or you might have to go back a page, and you can find his interview where he says that Michael Cole helps him with some of the stuff. He's helped transition him in. If they're driving to a show or something, he drives with Michael Cole.
That's fantastic, Dan. Because I think
He's been told to be him,
yeah.
as they've hired him as Mauro Ranallo,
Yeah.
or however you pronounce his name. I'm
Because-
sorry for the shit pronunciation. It's his fault he's Canadian.
Really?
Jerry Lawler says it. It's Bizarro Land.
Really? You're going down that...
Bizarro Land.
Are you trying to insult fans? Are you trying to insult people from other countries? Are you... Why am I even asking this?
If it was a nice simple name, I wouldn't butcher the pronunciation. But as Jerry Lawler says, it's Bizarro Land.
You butcher my name by calling me Nigel McGuinness. I'm not Nigel McGuinness. I am Matt Burns.
I am Matthias Bernicus. And this is Sparta!
Anyway, I think he's a fantastic commentator because of the fact of how he calls...
It calls for like a big fight feel, which is what it needs.
Yeah.
And they've let him be in. They've bought him in to be him. They haven't bought him in for anything else. Otherwise, he would have gone to NXT first.
Yeah, exactly. And he's really good. You can tell the passion.
What I'd like to see is him and Corey Graves.
Oh.
Because Corey Graves does colour. He does colour commentary, but with
Is that colour with a U or just no U?
no you, because they butchered the English language.
Carry on.
Right, you put me off my fucking train of thought now, you dickhead.
I
Right,
knew I'd get you.
right, so Corey Graves is a colour commentator without the U, and he is there to give a proper match feel
The
while
knowledge.
still being a heel.
Yeah.
Whereas him and Ronaldo, whatever his fucking name is, would be like the ultimate. Like, if you want a legitimate fight commentary, there's your legitimate fight commentary.
Yeah, because you've got one person who is playing it up really well on NXT as a heel, but still using his knowledge to be able to tell a little bit of story, while you've...
Well, Ronaldo don't have to tell a story, which is why he works with Byron so well. So they've got the heel, they've got the face commentator who's trying to tell the story, and then after, they've got the fight commentator there as well to make it feel...
Which is why I think it doesn't work on Raw with Byron on it.
No, because him and Michael Cole clash.
Oh, no kidding.
Whereas if JR was Byron, it would be fine.
Yeah. What? He'd be fine.
What? Yeah, it'd be fine. Because JR can do the fight-by-fight commentary.
Oh, no. He wouldn't be fine. He'd be fired.
No, JR gets fired anyway, so...
Oh, yeah, good point.
He'd learn something while JR was there.
Yeah. JR's always been a good commentator because he's always been able to tell a great story. Michael Cole does this sort of, but he hasn't got the experience.
Michael Cole's a journalist. He isn't a fight commentator.
Yeah.
So what Michael Cole was originally employed for was the journalist, the write-ups, the WWE website.
And
He kind of got chucked into the deep end when he was like, right, I know you've done some war journalism. How do you fancy learning how to do...
Sitting down and
So
talking.
Michael Cole's come on extremely well.
I think he has, especially... there is one incident where...
If you listen to some of his stuff from 1999,
Yeah.
98, you can tell how much he's come on.
Oh, definitely.
And his enthusiasm for the like...
And it's not just that. There's one moment of Michael Cole's commentating that if anybody ever questions, I'm sorry, but as a wrestling fan, if anybody ever dissed Michael Cole for this moment, I do not care. He did something spot on.
When he wouldn't commentate for the rest of the night after Jerry Lawler's heart attack.
He was commentating, but not...
No, he wasn't.
No. He was letting us know about him.
Yeah, but he did say, I will only speak if I have an update.
Yeah.
I will not call the matches out of respect.
And you could see he had a genuine
Concern.
and that he actually cared. And this was during a time when he was having to put...
Can I tell you, he's really come on? And I didn't realise how much they come on until... I've been rewatching 1999. Now, Lillian Garcia started ring announcing in 1999, taking over for Tony Chimmel.
Oh.
And she called her first match, I think it was in August or something, and she introduced a match as the following matchup is scheduled for 1 round. Sorry, I mean 4. And like, she doesn't sound good when introducing people, whereas if you listen to her now, she gives it the main event feel.
Here's the thing. I can relate a little bit in that department.
Yeah, but she's come on loads now.
If you remember, you've probably heard of Mr. Winner himself, as he was wrestling on the show. And come down.
Mr. 3 months at a time.
3?
3 months at a time.
Oh, it's 4.
Well, he promised me he's going to cut it down to 3.
We'll see. But anyway, what made me laugh in this is he got me down there. I'm like, I'm ready. I'm gonna help out. I'm here to wrestle. Here's a suit. What? When you put the suit on, grab the mic, and go out and introduce the show. You want me to be ring announcer? Where are the cue cards?
Young Mama.
They didn't have any.
Matt be fucked.
It was pretty much, I've got no cue cards, I've got no experience, and I'm meant to guess who the entrance music is as they're entering.
Can I tell you what was really good about one of the Raws that I watched?
Oh no. Let me just finish it though. But it allowed me one thing. It allowed me to have a whole new respect for ring announcers. I ended up having to make my own cue cards and everything. And everyone seems to think, oh, the ring announcer just...
For those of you wondering what are on Matt Burns' cue cards, it's like sign language. So, club and...
No.
everything like that.
No,
It's like hieroglyphics.
It wasn't. But the point being is, as I'm out there in front of a crowd, and I was doing my best, and everything, you have to have it gave me a whole new perspective for ring announcers.
Did it?
Yeah. Because everyone seems to think, all they've got to do is just get up into the ring, call a few names, and clear out. No, they don't. They're the ones who set the tone for the wrestlers. They're the ones who actually can sort of make a wrestler sound like a superstar. If someone who's debuting on a show, check me if I'm right, would you want them to sound, something like if it was... What about Kelsey for a minute? We'll just borrow Kelsey for a minute. And actually, we'll borrow the sound guy for a minute. How's this sound? Now entering the ring, he is undefeated. He's never lost a match, never tapped out. He is the sound guy. Sounds bigger. Or does this sound better? Here he is, the sound guy. Massive difference.
As I say, I personally think the music and the build-up for the entrance has something to do with how big the match feels.
It also does as well, but also having the ring announcer make, even just announcing them, sounds like superstars.
If the entrance is big enough, you can sort of overshadow the shit ring announcer.
Sometimes, but not when you haven't got pyro.
After the show, I'll show you something on our screen that we have in the studio, and I'll compare a couple of entrances.
That's fine, that's fine.
So, right, moving back on to WrestleMania. So, we could see a split ring announcing team.
Okay.
Could do, might do, maybe not. It just might be a full-person announced team. I think it will be a full-person announced team.
Be a good call.
If it's a full-person announced team, Ranallo won't be on it. It'll be Lawler, Saxon, JBL and Cole.
Ronaldo needs to be on it.
He won't be.
He needs to be
He
on it.
hasn't paid his dues. You can go on SmackDown by all means. All it does is a raw replay.
Oh. Can't fight that there.
But
True.
it is though.
But true.
Do you see anything of breaking ground worthiness on SmackDown anymore? I'm about to prove a point. How often do you see Brock Lesnar on SmackDown?
Last week. This week.
First time in...
God knows how long.
And
Oh wait, about 2 or 3 weeks?
no.
It's about that, about a month.
Okay, how often do you see Triple H on SmackDown?
Who?
How often did you see John Cena when he was the world champion on SmackDown?
Who?
SmackDown gets the mid-carders. SmackDown's where Dean Ambrose gets to main event and people jerk off. So, first match that I think will be at WrestleMania. Who do I think? First match at WrestleMania. Be the tag titles. No, actually, it'll be the Dudley Boys versus the Usos and potentially a table match.
Yeah. Seeing as the Usos are splash the Ascension 2 tables.
Yeah.
Be a good call.
With the Usos going over. With the Dudleys putting the Usos over. Next match, I think we'll see the New Day versus the Ascension. Is it a 4-on-3 handicap match?
They're saying it's 4-on-3 supposedly. They're saying it's a 4-on-3.
Is it for the titles? Is it not for the
It's
titles?
for the titles.
Fucking hell, that free bird rule's getting bigger.
However, I've got to say this, me personally,
Can you see Michael P.S. Hayes interfering and helping the New Day?
yes. I can, especially seeing as...
The New Day are inducting him?
Yep. And the New Day are awesome.
They will drop the titles eventually.
They will eventually.
Because
but
faces are better when chasing than they are
true,
holding.
but the New Day have been entertaining.
Yeah.
And just think.
The Rock's made another successful serial branch out.
What's that?
The New Day have made another successful serial branch out thanks to The Rock.
Videos.
Studios. He's give John Cena Fruity Pebbles and he's give the New Day Studios.
But that's what the funny thing about it is, it's not actual cereal.
WWE branded cereal?
Nope.
What?
When you purchase it, it literally says on the box, no actual cereal on the inside, but there is a free Booty-O t-shirt. There's a Booty-O t-shirt inside every pack. Yeah.
Isn't it more expensive to get the goddamn t-shirt and the packs?
Basically, they've just boxed their t-shirt and gone, with the saying, what's the saying? Oh, what's the saying now? The booty one.
Don't know. I've been watching Raw and like fast forward on the way to work.
Ooh.
It's been a busy week. Right, we'll move on and come back.
You ain't booty or something.
So either that match will open up, or it'll be the ladder match.
Me personally, I think the New Day will take the win, and I think they've been absolutely amazing, especially with some of the stuff they've been doing with the League of Boredom.
So that's fine. Either that or the ladder match will open up.
Which will be explosive.
Can the impossible happen?
What?
Can Zack Ryder win the Intercontinental Championship?
Hells no!
It's...
You... Woo woo woo! You know it! He ain't winning it!
Could you imagine the pop?
He ain't in Long Island, but Jesus. That would be shocking. Basically, I wasn't in the match! Thank you, Neville!
It might be the only time you get 84,000 people going, thank you, Neville.
Thank you, Neville.
Can Zack Ryder win the Intercontinental Championship? He stood tall at the end of SmackDown.
Oh, he did, but he won't. He won't be winning it. I'm telling you now.
He can drop it the next night. I'm not really that arsed. But could you imagine that for a WrestleMania moment? If you want to have WrestleMania remembered for something, have it remembered for Zack Ryder standing on top of the ladder going, "Yo, Adrian! I did it!"
No. Woo! Woo! Woo!
It'd be so awesome.
Wooing. Now, can't see it, but a part of me is saying I can't see Kevin Owens leaving with that title either.
No, I can't see Sami Zayn winning it just yet.
No, too early.
Who else is in it? The Miz.
Sin Cara. And the man who supposedly fought Triple H for a spot at WrestleMania.
Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. But he somehow managed...
As much as I'm laughing about it now, Zack Ryder winning the Intercontinental Championship does not seem that daft. Someone find me the odds. Right, you talk about something for 2 minutes while I find out what the odds of Zack Ryder winning the Intercontinental Championship are.
Are you serious? You're basically considering that out of all them, you've got two former World Heavyweight Champions, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Miz and Ziggler.
Miz and Ziggler, yeah. We have the high...
We have 2 former NXT champions.
That we do. We have Mr. Woo Woo Woo.
Former United States.
And former Internet Champion.
Internet Champion, Tag Team Champion.
Yep. Now, the problem in this match is they're going to have to pull something out quite spectacular with being WrestleMania, aren't they? Seeing as, with the last time one of the Lucha Dragons was in a ladder match, he almost broke himself in half by doing...
I found the wrestling tab. He's going on to WrestleMania.
Wait. I'm just going to point this out. The last time there was a ladder match involving one of the Lucha Dragons, one of them had to practically break themselves in half by doing a move called the Salida del Sol.
Right. I'm just going to have to interrupt you. If the odds stay at this next week, a betting company might be going out of business. I would quite happily put £100 on what I've just found.
You're assuming...
No, this isn't Zack Ryder.
Oh.
The Undertaker is at 4-5 to beat Shane McMahon at WrestleMania.
4-5?
So if I put £100 on, that brings £180 back. Take my money! Take my money!
What's Shane at?
10 to 11. Brock Lesnar's at 8-13 to beat Dean Ambrose. Brock Lesnar, the beast,
incarnate.
you know, the man that beat The Undertaker 2 years ago.
The man who German suplex Braun Strowman so hard he almost went
In
like
all
on his
fairness,
face.
I could see quite potentially the biggest forefall for a wrestling event in the world.
And is he going to go for it?
Next week, if the odds stay as they are now, I will be having this. So what I found is Triple H at 9-2 to beat Roman Reigns.
Ooh.
The Undertaker at 4-5.
Ooh.
Dean Ambrose at 8-13.
Ooh.
And Becky Lynch at 8-1. Becky Lynch at 8-1.
Against.
Sasha Banks and Charlotte.
And what are they?
Oh?
And what are they on?
Sasha Banks is the favourite, Charlotte's second favourite. Sasha Banks is at 2-5. Charlotte's at 5-2.
Sasha will take it.
So if I put that fourfold forward, which I don't think's a bad fourfold in all fairness.
It's not, but I can see Sasha taking that one.
If you put 20 quid on that, and I'm not encouraging that you put 20 quid on it because it probably won't come in, but it returns £2,900.
Just so you know, folks, the Vintage does not actually endorse betting on gambling or anything.
But I can't find the odds for the Intercontinental title
however,
match.
please be, however, these are the personal views of Nathan Goff. Please be advised that if you are going to be gambling,
Please gamble responsibly, and once the fun stops, you stop.
pretty much.
And don't follow that, because anything I put up for a wrestling accumulator just doesn't normally happen. Because Vince changes his mind.
Pretty much, you just go, oh, I like this, I like this. He looked at me funny! He touched me! Fire him!
Odds for ladder match at WrestleMania.
Oh, sorry, Tyrus. Oh, sorry, Tyrus.
I will find the odds for this ladder match at WrestleMania.
Leave it be for now. Leave it be. Let's move on. We have a show to do. This isn't gamble session. This is us talking about wrestling.
We are talking about wrestling. I've just said to you that Zack Ryder, with... I've had to explain this, at common sense, could leave WrestleMania as Intercontinental Champion.
Can't see it happening. Can't see it happening. No.
I'll tell you what, I will find the odds for you for next week's episode.
Next week. That's fine.
Zack Ryder for hashtag Zack for Intercontinental Champion. Get that shit trending on Twitter. Zack for IC Champ.
Hashtag woo 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 IC. IC woo woo woo. That'd be better, wouldn't it? Hashtag IC woo woo woo. Don't nod your head, some guy. If you want an opinion, speak up.
Right, next one. Because we'll cover the big three matches next week.
Yeah.
We'll give it the big match build.
Yeah, we'll have to do it that way.
But you can give it a big match build. Triple H is bringing the show.
Somebody's getting buried.
In all fairness, I can actually see Triple H winning at WrestleMania. And I'll just quickly tell you why. Because Roman Reigns is going to get booed by 85,000 people and Triple H is going to get hailed as a king.
Oh,
End of.
End of, pretty much, because...
And do you want your biggest event of the year being booed out of...
No. Do you want it be...
out of the Dallas Cowboys Stadium?
I am a good guy! Boo!
Do you want 85,000 people chanting Roman sucks?
Roman sucks! Roman sucks!
Whereas you could have 85,000 people cheering the game.
It's all about the game and how you play it.
Can you see Stephanie McMahon introducing Triple H again this year? What? Right, here's the question.
Where's The Rock involved?
No. Who's going to have the best entrance this year?
Ooh.
And it won't be a male.
You're thinking the boss. You think she's going to come out proper be legit the boss?
Who's a cousin?
Good point.
Who's also in the...
Good point, good point, good point.
They give her a Hummer for takeover. And the whole big security guards and everything like that.
What the hell are they going to do at WrestleMania? In case you didn't know, Sound Guy, I was just out of curiosity, do you know who she's related to? Nope. Would you care to explain this one? Snoop Dogg. Snoop D-O-G-G. Or Snoop Tiger, as he's been formerly known as well.
But I reckon we can see that coming in. I want Becky for Divas Champion. Becky Lynch to be the first British Divas Champion.
Is that for you're a big massive fan or for other reasons?
What?
Is that for other, is it?
No, she deserves the championship. Sasha Banks can earn that in the next 15 years. She's 22. All the time in the world.
All the time in the world.
Becky Lynch needs to push and rub now to carry on making the division great again.
That's fine with it.
Do we think Charlotte's going to come out with a robe like Ric Flair?
A part of me is saying it'll happen, but deep down I don't want it to happen because...
What did they do for Sasha's... Not Sasha, for Becky's entrance?
You still have a steampunk stuff.
I know, but how do you make that entrance on the grandest stage of them all?
They'll think I'm inventive. But deep down, I think the person who will have the best entrance won't be Sasha. It'll be the man who always has a special entrance.
Triple H?
Yep. It will be. Come on. He had the Terminator.
That entrance was fucking awesome last year.
Some people praised it, some people said it was god awful. For how long it took.
It was impressive. Oh Lord, it was impressive how they did
I
it.
thought it was impressive, personally.
I thought Bray Wyatt
Oh, that was
a bit
bad.
different.
That was bad. That would have worked. The only problem that they had is, we're outside. What do? We'll have some guys in mystic robes coming out, chanting rah 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 with drums and everything and smoke.
No, Sting had the drums.
Okay, they'll have the guys, whatever. We'll make it sound mysterious and everything.
They need to go to somewhere
Wait,
where
wait,
it's
no,
dark
no,
before
wait.
him and Undertaker come out.
Exactly, that's the point. Because it came to it where this moment is meant to be in darkness. And no.
The sun's there going, fuck you, WWE! Fuck you!
The sun is shining. The weather is...
I'll go dark when both of the twats are in the ring. And Undertaker's there going, you'll go down before I make the ring, sunshine.
Go down.
I can make this entrance last as long as you want.
The only time he couldn't make it as long as he wanted was during a certain elimination chamber.
When he got set on
Bye.
fire.
The woo! What? But impressive that he continued on.
Who else could have a good entrance this year? Like a big entrance. Could you... What's Shane McMahon going to do for an entrance?
Here comes the money!
Is there anywhere they're flying in?
I think they're going to be avoiding... They haven't done zip lines in a long while. They haven't.
Shane McMahon's a bit ballsy.
Yeah, he is, but regardless, there's still going to be that fear.
What else could he... I think Shane McMahon will have something because it's been a while.
Yeah.
Triple H, the Divas are going to have one because it's like a proper Divas match at WrestleMania for the first time in like ever.
I just hope to God they actually get the time that
It's a 4-hour show. If you can't give the girls 15 minutes, fuck me, it's time to give up.
It's basically their way of
It's
saying.
practically made Cardmania. Half the divas are higher up the roster than the men. If Zack Ryder gets 15 minutes, Charlotte, Becky, and fucking Sasha Banks deserve 20.
You think Zack will get how long?
That ladder match is going for 20 odd minutes. There's Stardust in it as well.
Yes. Yes. The psychotic warrior.
Is Green Arrow anywhere near Dallas, Texas?
There's
Stephen
a
Amell.
possibility. There might be a possibility. Because they've already had a bit of a confrontation.
Yeah, one of the Comic Cons.
Yeah, where he threw water and selecting.
Yeah.
You have seen it.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
What?
Yes,
Stephen
I,
Amell?
I can see your face going, I didn't know that. This is world news.
In all fairness, out of all the celebrities they've had on WWE in the last 10 or 15 years,
I'll back this
Stephen
up.
Amell is probably the best one.
I'll back this up because, Jesus Christ, the entrance, the nip-ups and everything, he knew what he was doing.
He trained for it.
He actually did.
And he took most of the match.
Exactly, took a beating.
He took the beating instead of Neville, where usually it's the other way around.
It's like, yeah, bam, 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 I'm the hero. No. He literally, took one for the team, threw them all out, and then did that big, massive dive off,
Yeah.
throw in, Red Arrow, 1, 2, 3.
But no, let's have a look where we are. Because I don't want to take up too much of your night, folks. So, yeah, we can do another 10 or 15 minutes.
We've got plenty of time.
Let's cover what else is on the WrestleMania card while I'm getting distracted by entrances.
You're always getting distracted by entrances because
Ryback versus Kalisto. WrestleMania's got a piss break. Why couldn't they add?
I'm sorry.
Why couldn't they just found a high flyer for Sin Cara to, show off to us?
Oh, you mean like one that's in the ladder match?
No, I don't want to see Sin Cara versus Kalisto.
I wouldn't say that. Any of them in the ladder match would have gone fine. The Miz,
If you said The Miz is a high flyer,
potentially. He's more of a high flyer than Ryback.
you're more of a high flyer than The Miz. And by high flyer, I mean when you're taking a body slam, you get more ground clearance than Miz does off the top rope.
I got slammed so hard.
Like, haven't they just signed a couple of luchadors?
They have for the NXT tournament. So a few cruiserweight tournaments. But they won't do that because this is the grandest stage for more. But
People, if
they're trying to signify Ryback as this big man, this big guy.
it'll be David and Goliath, Ryback will not win the US title at WrestleMania.
If he does, then I'm sorry. Then it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong.
He'll win it at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, I can believe that. But for God's sake,
They've
Ryback.
got to give Kalisto his WrestleMania moment. Ryback's had his when he went for shell shocks on Mark Henry.
Well, he went for it, lost a match,
And then did it.
then did it, which didn't.
Pointless.
But straight away, killed it!
Yeah.
Because straight away, it's like, why did he do the shell shock after the match? It would have looked so impressive in the match.
But where do we cover? Like, this. My problem with this WrestleMania is, and I've said it loads this show, where are the main attractions? What's John Cena's rumoured to be there? Don't frown, you miserable little bastard in the corner.
And not me, folks.
I'm talking to the sound guy.
Hey! Nathan's giving the sound guy some shit for a change.
What's John Cena gonna do?
Wave his hand. Say, you can't see me.
What does
You can't see me.
The Rock do? Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels. Where do they come in?
They're all making an appearance.
They are all making an appearance.
And there's some people are saying Is Shawn Michaels going to be a special guest
No.
referee? Which straight away is... It's stupid.
Shawn Michaels won't referee that match.
No.
Vince McMahon, because he was lacking that much star power at WrestleMania, told Shawn Michaels name his number to come out of retirement.
Ain't happening. Shawn Michaels ain't going out of retirement. He's enjoying the good life. But it's a bit of a tough one. It is a tough one to call, that one is. But anyway, shall we move on to any different subjects that you'd like to cover or not?
What we also need to cover is NXT TakeOver.
Do you think we've got the time for this, or...?
No, we can cover it next week, but I just want to mention the big match that's happening.
Oh, the big match.
Well, the biggest match in my eyes of that event.
What?
Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn.
That will be special. That will be special. That will be. And it will be. Because it'll be Sami Zayn wrestling a legend on the independent scene. And,
Right.
the King of Strong style.
I'm about to go on a rant that most people are not going to like.
Because he's going to turn around and know exactly what he's going to say. Who is Shinzaki?
No. Why is it anyone that comes from the fucking Japanese area or the indie scene considered a legend? What God-given right does anyone have to say that they're a legend because they've been on the independent scene?
I'm not saying they're a legend because they've been on the independent scene.
So
It's
what? He's had
because-
10 years in a federation where he hasn't wanted to come over to America till now.
Whoa, it's not just that. The fact that he's been very entertaining, that he's been actually thoroughly, taken into account. He hasn't just wrestled any nobodies. He's wrestled Brock Lesnar before. He's
We
wrestled
throw around the
Kurt
title
Angle.
legend far, far too easily. Far, far too easily.
He's a legend on the independent scene. He's an internet darling. I'm not saying he is a WWE
It doesn't mean he's a legend.
In some places, he is considered a legend. In some places.
You can call him a top talent on the independent scene. A Japanese top talent. I can accept that. But legend. Legend.
I get
His
that.
career is not even over yet. You could call Vader a legend. Yes. Done it in America. Done it in Japan. Done it all around the world. Coming towards the end of his career. Only does a bit now and then. Legend. Will be in the Hall of Fame at some point. As long as his nude photos he's put on Twitter don't take off.
Ouch.
But when any time WWE signs someone from Japan, why the fuck do we call them a legend?
I'm not saying... Did we make them...
Did they call AJ Styles a legend when he came over from TNA?
He's phenomenal. Even-
TNA legend! Been there since the beginning.
He
10 years! He's wrestled all these people. Why haven't we called AJ Styles a legend?
I would call him a legend, personally.
You didn't when he came over.
Didn't need to.
So why didn't you call Nakamura a legend?
The reason why is because not everybody understands who Nakamura is.
So therefore then he's not a legend.
It-
A legend means that you've
Some
known
people-
around the world!
Right. Some people may know him. Right, let me explain to you. He is a legend in this King of Strong style. He is a phenomenal worker. He knows exactly what he's doing. Some people have basically compared him to Chris Jericho, the Japanese version of Chris Jericho. Which, by the way, if you actually just to point out, they've actually been having a bit of a back and forth.
Yeah, because it'll be in July for the
course.
special.
Exactly. So straight away, we've already got a future feud building up between Nakamura and Chris Jericho, which I think would be an absolute iconic match.
Let's play a little game. Let's go for legend recognition.
Right.
Brooklyn Brawler.
Oh, definite legend.
Why? Bloke couldn't fucking win out of a paper bag.
Actually, he has won a few matches, but he was under a different name. And he has won a match with Triple H.
Right. If you look at his career, would you call that career legendary?
You don't have.
You call it memorable?
Whoa. This coming from the guy who turned around and said to me, "Oh, you can become a legend on WWE 2K16 by losing a match for 3 years."
That's one of their objectives.
Yeah, so
Some people recognise that. Okay. So let's move on. So
Next.
you've got that. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
definite legend.
Yeah.
Definite.
Recognised all around the world.
Recognise what?
The King Harley Race.
Legend.
Iron Sheik.
Cheeky baby. Come on.
Nikolai Volkov.
Yes.
Bret Hart.
Yes.
Michaels.
Yes.
Austin.
Yes.
Right, okay. So you've gone there. Now, would you put Farouk in the same tier that you put them?
Farouk. Yes.
Would you?
Yes.
If you go...
Whoa. Before you even start on this, right now, I know exactly where you're going with this. Farouk was actually one of the first black African Americans
Right.
to win the World Heavyweight title.
I am going to dispute that.
Which most people don't understand that. That is actually an
It's a
iconic
great achievement.
moment.
It's a great achievement, but his career didn't go up from there.
In some cases it has, but...
Right, you could go from being the first black American champion to then being a part of the Nation of Domination, and then being a part of the Acolytes, and then just fading into advertisement of damn. So if his career ended with just the World Championship and being the first black African American champion, yes, I would class him up there with the greats.
Basically what he's trying to say is that he overstayed his welcome, and because for staying so long, he suddenly dropped from a legendary status to nobody.
Ken Shamrock.
Tough one. That's a tough one. Because no, because he just felt like he was just doing it for the money and didn't seem to. He brought some, bit like what Brock Lesnar brought, a little bit the fact that he was in UFC to it, but. And yes, because he managed to make that step over to becoming a wrestler from the UFC career. However, I'll tell you this now, as much as everybody may seem to think, oh, let's put him in the WWE legend, Vince will not put him in WWE Hall of Fame for one clear reason. Steroid user.
Hulk Hogan's in there.
Drug user.
Hulk Hogan's in there.
It's a bit of a hard one because he has actually done more than just steroids.
Right.
He has done others.
Okay.
I agree with what you can say with other wrestlers, right? But when it came to a moment where he needed help, he refused it. Which he just sort of left, moved on and went to TNA and became their first world champ. And ever since then, ever since he was in the WWE, has anything happened?
What, for Shamrock?
Massively.
Intercontinental champion.
No, after WWE.
I don't think Shamrock is a legend. I think Shamrock's on that second tier of a wrestling great. His career, you look back on it and you go, you had somewhat of quite a decent
It was
career.
impressive. It was impressive for what he was able to do.
Yes. Okay, so you said he was impressive. Okay, but you've just said, even though he's won world titles outside the WWE, he doesn't make him a legend because he's got a bit of a tampered past, but he only won things outside the WWE. So, what do you do about R-Truth?
R-Truth.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on about the fact that he's been when he's been Kate Crush, he's been a multiple TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
Okay, quick.
He's been a tag.
Or Ron the Truth Killings.
He's been with him. It's hard to say. because regardless of it, he's still earned his time, but he's still putting in to the WWE and keeping up as much.
Would you class him as a legend?
Right now, no.
Right, okay. Even though he's won world titles.
You don't have to win world titles to be. This is not the reason why I'm saying just Nakamura.
No, but
That's not the reason why I'm saying he's a legend in Japan.
oh no, I'm just going as a general legend.
That's not what I'm saying.
So, as a general legend, and people that we are classing as legends, we've named a list of like the best of the best throughout the 80s, 90s, possibly the zeros. Could you class John Cena as a legend now? Be careful how you answer this question.
I can see where this is going right now, because some would say yes because he's a multi world heavyweight champion. He's been absolutely mostly the most controversial headline wrestler. It's tough with Cena.
It's a yes or a no question. Do you class John Cena as a legend?
As a legend, no.
Right, okay. So you've just said you do not class the person that has just carried the company since 2004. We are now 2016. He has carried the company in the largest transition into the greatest revenue line.
He isn't.
And he's the most recognised wrestler
whoa.
of this generation.
I'm not saying he is a legend. Right? I'm not saying that.
You're saying at this moment you do not class the most recognised wrestler on the planet as a legend.
He will be.
But you class someone from Japan
as an internet
as a legend.
As an internet legend. As a independent.
You are entitled to your opinion.
Right.
But
I am not stating. I have different levels of what I consider legend. Right? I have what is.
I'm just going for the general concept of legend.
If you ask just the main general concept of legend, then Nakamura isn't a legend.
No. He has got the potential to be.
Yes,
but
he has.
At this moment, he is not.
But listen to what I'm saying. Did I state that he is the legend? Is he a legend? No, I stated he is a independent legend. A independent legend.
Well, that's like calling me a legend for what I do at my job.
Right? Now, you can say that, okay, yeah, fair enough. But that's not the same level as being a proper legend. Proper,
So
worldwide.
why are we throwing around the term legend then?
Right. As much as it pains me to
You
say,
can call him an independent icon. Don't mind the word icon.
fine. If I have to switch it it
isn't for me. It's the term legend should be reserved for its actual meaning. An icon has a different meaning to legend. Sting's called the icon because he is recognised as an icon around the world. Now you can call Shinsuke Nakamura a Japanese icon. Don't mind that, because that's what he is.
He's considered a Japanese legend. Which he is. He's held multiple titles, multiple reigns. He's fought Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, done really well for himself. Has held himself on the greatest stage of them all.
Ken Shamrock has fought Kurt Angle. Probably fought Brock Lesnar.
On the biggest platform of Japan, in Japan. Which Kurt Angle has actually done himself as well. Fought him for the title and actually beat Brock Lesnar for it. Yes, he did. But also, just recently, Nakamura has also been on the line fighting for the same said title as well. Kurt Angle, right now, personally, regardless of, I know exactly what you're going to turn around and say, is Kurt Angle a legend?
Kurt Angle is a legend.
Yes, he is.
I have no problem putting Kurt Angle in the same sentence as Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Steve Austin, Undertaker, Harley Race, and everyone we mentioned earlier.
Everyone has a different term for legend. I may have just used the word internet, independent legends, instead of using the word icon. by a slip of the tongue.
I just don't appreciate how everyone chucks around the word legend like it's coming around at like a 50p fucking ratio. The term legend should be
But have
reserved
you-
for someone when their career is over.
Not always necessarily. Whoa. Not always necessarily.
Or approaching the end.
Not always necessarily, because Ric Flair was considered a legend, and how long...
Ric Flair's had more retirements than I've had fucking blowjobs.
Terry Funk's considered a legend.
Terry Funk's had more retirements than I've had blowjobs.
Shall I keep going?
You keep naming people who've had more retirement. Mick Foley's had more retirements than you've had Sunday dinners. And believe me, you've had...
And if you want proof of that, just go to the WWE Network and watch Fall of Mankind, as Mick Foley would state it himself. If I'm not clearly mistaken. Correct. Which Vince, you're going to have to start paying us soon. How much can you get the network for?
$9.99.
There we go, done. Vince, you're owing some endorsements here.
I just don't appreciate how people in the wrestling community throw around the word legend.
That's fine. I'll agree with you on that then.
It is easily thrown round.
I will apologise. It might just be an incorrect term. They might be meaning icon.
You can call him a big name in Japan. You can call him an
A
icon.
superstar, they might be referring to that.
Call him the top star in Japan. Don't really give a damn. I didn't mind the word legend, Japanese legend, thrown for Yushin Thunder Green Red Power Ranger that came over. Because he'd been going since the beginning of the time.
Right, I will do Kelsey a favour right now. Yushin Thunder Liger. Move on. Shall we? Oh, and... by the way, you actually owe me, don't you?
What?
You owe me for a bit of a side bet.
Yeah, Jacqueline somehow got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Somehow. How that woman has got in the Hall of Fame before some of these women is beyond me.
Did I call it?
It's a phrase I want to say in my head, but I can't.
Wait.
There is a sentence that would cause chaos on the internet. And for that reason, and that reason only, I will not say it on air.
However, did I not call it?
There's more deserving people that deserve to go.
I'm not saying.
There's
right
more.
or-
There was more
Hold on
deserving
there.
females. Why isn't Sable in that Hall of Fame yet? Sable had more of an impact on the wrestling industry in 1 year than Jacqueline had in her whole career.
Possible for the fact that she also tried to sue the WWE.
She's married to Brock Lesnar.
Yes, the biggest guy who keeps breaking Vince's bank account. Somehow. Anyway,
Why don't you put Tori in there? Why isn't Lillian Garcia in there? There are more deserving people in there, and there's a phrase that keeps going in my head, but I will not say it until it goes off.
right. Basically, if you've done a bit of research and looked up a few things, I've been doing a little bit of research, looking at certain shoot interviews, and a certain manager did a quick shoot over the Hall of Fame. You can never guess who he was, can you?
Paul Heyman?
Oh no.
Oh, Jim Cornette.
Oh yes. He basically states to be considered for the Hall of Fame, you have to not only be liked by Vince McMahon, have to be set around a certain aspect of, you fit a certain criteria. If you fit this criteria, you can be ticked off and possibly listed on it.
All I'm going to say is Jacqueline's induction revolves around a certain month that they've just had, and they haven't really put any women in that category before. And they thought, oh fuck, we need to correct this quite quickly. Vince McMahon's just gone, holy shit, I've just realised what we've been endorsing for the last 2 or 3 years, and It's not equal rights yet.
However, at least he didn't do the same mistake as when he sort of had the New Day debut. Did he?
No, but we won't mention that either.
No. We won't mention what day that was on.
But
if any onlookers do want to look it up, you can actually look it up. However, we are not actually trying to point anything out or say anything naughty or bad.
well, that's fine, right. I'm going to end that there because Matt accidentally triggered the ramp button without actually meaning to.
What? Jacqueline's in...
No,
What?
the word legend.
Oh,
You triggered the ramp button.
that's not the rant button. I've heard worse off you. I really have.
Oh no, that was quite an articulate rant. But
No.
it's a very touchy
That
subject.
was not a rant, that was a honest opinion, which I will take into consideration, and I actually heavily do agree with you. And would, as Matt Burns, I would like to hand a personal apology for offending you by saying that word. I should have, instead of saying independent legend, should have said the word independent icon. And I will state that for the record right now. I'm just agreeing with you. I do agree with you. In actual fact, it does actually get thrown around too much, and I would like to apologise for that.
The Independents don't have a Hall of Fame.
They sort of do, which you might not know
A
about.
magazine has a Hall of Fame.
Correct.
Which is a bit like us having a Hall of Fame. Actually, I'm about to go one step further. TNA's got a Hall of Fame. Do you believe anyone...
Good lord.
That's all I'm saying. TNA's got a Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
After 10 years.
And one poor soul's actually managed to be in both WWE and TNA's.
I know which one I'd rather be in. I know which one's got more credibility behind
Oh, definitely.
Fucking being in the TNA Hall of Fame's like saying you got a blowjob from Cobridge.
But anyway, actually, I'll tell you what. Here's a little thing for us to decide on. And I'm going to throw this out to possibly some of the fans if they want to comment, send messages to us and whatnot to get their personal views on to it. If we had our own sort of Hall of Fame.
Mount Rushmore.
Our own, no, one that we can do every year.
Okay.
Right? Who would we put in?
What, this year?
Yeah. Who would you want in?
How many spaces have we got?
How many would you say on average? I'd say at least 3 each.
3 each.
No.
Are we going for one main tag
Actually,
team
you know what?
and a female?
No. I'd say cut it down. 2 each.
2 each. Being one male and one female, or both, whatever we want. Are we going with people that haven't been inducted into the Pro Wrestling Illustrated Hall of Fame and the WWE Hall of Fame?
We can say whatever.
Right, okay, well, if we inducted any 2 people into the Hall of Fame at this moment in time, it would be Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair.
I've got to follow that up now.
The greatest
Jesus Christ.
the greatest in-ring performer to ever lace up a pair of boots, and the greatest wrestler of all time.
I can feel that one.
Some people might go Rock and Austin. But it's a wrestling Hall of Fame, not a talking Hall of Fame.
As much as my 2 picks, they've been a tag team. You've mentioned one of them already, just.
The Rock and Mankind.
Yeah. The Rock, because he has been so entertaining for the wrestling business. The fact that, okay, me personally, as much as you can turn around and say, it's not always just about move for move, but he has been entertaining.
The Rock's the biggest multi-platform star.
Yeah.
I'll grant him that, and I don't begrudge him being in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But if you have a wrestling Hall of Fame, what I think should be done on when people talk about the greatest wrestlers of all time, and this is the topic we'll end on after you've said why you want The Rock and Mankind in, because this will be a good interlude.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to disagree with why you've got the Rock and Mankind.
You can see where I'm going with it,
but
can't you?
I'm about to go somewhere else with the topic of the greatest wrestlers of all time. When people talk about wrestlers, so you finish off why you've got the Rock and Mankind, and then
Me personally, because regardless of it, okay, yes, I can see where you're going. Wrestlers, right? Fine. Sometimes with wrestling, it's not just about the wrestling itself.
No.
You've got to also have the perfect package. You've got
Yeah.
to be able to wrestle. You've got to be able to talk the talk, keep entertaining, keep viewers interested, pull them in. And The Rock has not only just done it. You know, when he first came in, he was a blue chipping smile face with a hairstyle that looked completely and utterly screwed up,
the key to being a good wrestler is
And-
being able to revolve.
which he did. Effortlessly. Not only did he just evolve, he's managed to go onto that.
Yeah, he's a multi-platform star.
Yeah.
So he does movies.
Some people could argue saying, oh, because he's now become more into movies, he shouldn't be into wrestling, blah, blah, whole thing. No, but regardless of it, even though he's there, he is still bringing some attention, still, to wrestling.
Yeah, he does now and then. He's basically gone a bit further than what Hulk Hogan did in mainstream.
Yes, he did.
He took what Hulk Hogan did for mainstream appeal,
When
and
he
he took it a step further.
Yeah, which he has done.
So I understand your opinion. Now, where I'm about to go,
That was only The Rock. I didn't explain Mick Foley's.
well, Mick Foley's another multi-platform star,
It's
but
not.
he's different multi-platform.
Yeah, it's not just. It's not just that. Foley didn't just go it. With Foley, he wasn't just a wrestler. Okay, he wasn't a physical athlete in the sense of he was an Adonis. He was basically the everyman. He was somebody who a lot of people later on in life, when he was like Mankind and
He's
everything.
practically the Dusty Rhodes of the general public.
Yeah,
He is what everyone appealed to.
pretty much. Yeah, he did.
People looked at Mick Foley and went, you know what, I could probably do that as well. And then when he actually started, they were like, you know what, no, I can't.
Oh
But
no, but
if he can do that, what's stopping me doing it?
yeah, but not just that though. However, Mick Foley didn't because he wasn't a physical Adonis. He managed to adapt his style.
Oh, he's a glorified stuntman.
A lot of people say that, but most likely Ric Flair. A lot of people say he's a stuntman. Okay, fair enough. But how many people do you know that are willing to put their body on the line for entertainment to entertain you?
Well, anyone who gets in a ring.
No, to the level that Mick Foley did.
Well, there isn't many. Like, his style was brilliant. But what
Yeah,
he did
he
at
raised the bar.
times was unnecessary risks.
Yeah, and I will agree, he raised the bar at times a bit too high, but to the point where he's being told, we've got to bring the bar down.
So, and he's a multi-platform star again. So you've picked two multi-platform stars because he was a best-selling author, now a comedian.
It's not just that. I at times, I've had people at shows compare me to Dude Love and whatnot, and Mick Foley from time to time.
There's a big difference. Fucking Mick Foley's funny.
I'll take that one on the chin.
He wasn't expecting that comparison. He's just sat there going, that's not what I expected to come out your mouth.
But I'll take that one on the chin. However, Mick Foley has been quite a bit of
Inspiration.
an inspiration, and he has. Not just the fact of, okay, it wasn't just being physical, he also had the right mindset. He knew how to make others look like stars, like, but you know, he basically allowed The Rock, Triple H to develop their mean streak on him. Now, how many people are willing to push and help us along that far?
He came from a different time.
Yeah.
The time he came from was when everyone was trying to become the next big thing. Like, because they didn't know where the pay packet was coming from if the company went under.
Like they did.
So, some of the people at WWE were people that WCW didn't want in the early 90s because they weren't...
Their people.
Yeah.
Their guys.
They weren't built like Hulk Hogan.
They weren't built like proper, Adonises, perfect superstars, how they wanted.
So, let me move on to the discussion of the great... Where people go, who is the greatest wrestler of all time? And then you see the top 4 people at the top of the list are Steve Austin, The Rock, Hulk Hogan, and The Undertaker. Now, only one of them actually belongs in the greatest wrestler conversation.
And I know exactly where you're going to head straight away.
If you're talking about the greatest all-round performer, now, there's a difference. Not greatest wrestler, all-round performer. I don't mind them 4 being at the top of the argument. But is Steve Austin a ring mat technician?
Austin...
Could Steve Austin have a 5-star match with a broom if his life depended on it?
Basically, is he Ric Flair? Is what you're saying.
When I think of... If I asked you to name the top 10 greatest wrestlers, I'm going to bold the word wrestlers. Name me your top 5.
Of all time?
Yeah.
Oh, this is tough. Because I can see where you're going with this.
Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair,
Jesus!
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle, yes. Without a shadow.
You'd probably put Undertaker in there.
There's one person that...
Because Undertaker can work with someone who's big and someone that's small.
Yeah.
No one can work with Giant Gonzalez, because...
Jesus!
Fuck me. And no one can work with Great Khali. That isn't Undertaker's fault, that's just the clusterfuck that John Laurinaitis and whoever else was involved.
Who, by the way, we actually sent Hope a speedy recovery for the Great Khali. As at the moment.
What's the only storyline?
What?
It's the only storyline.
Do you not know?
Well,
He's actually out. He's actually... No, he's gone. After WWE, he's actually come under illness.
I know he supposedly had a storyline problem.
No, it's not a storyline problem. It's a genuine problem.
Yes.
It sort of developed into a proper problem,
Right.
which is
Okay.
an issue. But Undertaker, yes. As much as a lot of people will say, no, we can't count him in because he's not the greatest wrestler. Benoit was a great wrestler. Kurt Angle even stated on
Chris
it.
Benoit had some
wait.
of the best matches I have ever seen.
It wasn't just that.
The man couldn't talk.
Kurt Angle even stated this on Wrestle Talk TV with Alex Shane. And he actually stated that with Chris, he enjoyed wrestling. He actually turned around and says he had some of his best matches against Chris Benoit because of this one simple fact. Kurt could go to amateur days with Benoit, and Benoit knew what.
If people want to see a solid wrestling match,
exactly, he knew what to do.
Go watch Benoit versus Guerrero from ECW.
So this is going straight away. We can just continue just a little bit more. It was, but Kurt Angle even stated the more intense he became with Benoit, he became more intense. The more physical he became, the more physical Benoit became. It was like he was matching Kurt Angle on the intensity, and he says he'd never ever encountered anybody with as much drive as himself. And this conversation actually came up because they actually asked, did he know that problems, or does he think Benoit actually did actually think he did just do it just for the hell of it, or was it due to mental health issues? Now, we're not even going to touch that subject because
It's a very touchy subject.
it's a very touchy subject, and it's one I don't think it needs to be covered because there's
No.
it's been touched on.
It's been touched on. You can go watch the theories, the conspiracies, and everything on YouTube.
That's entirely your choice.
You can go watch them, and then you can form your own opinion. Moving on. Who else should be on your list?
Straight away, we've got Chris Benoit. We've got straight away Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko.
Yeah, the man of 1,000 volts.
Dean Malenko goes on there because, like you just stated straight
I'll put
away,
him in my top 10, and I'll put Bret Hart, Malenko, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, and a lot of people don't realise this, can do a mat game. He could do a high flying game. The man has got number 5. I know.
There you go.
I can count.
No, he's mine. No, he's me. He's my first one.
But Brock Lesnar can do a shooting star press. He can do things a bloke at 6'4" and 295 pounds should not be able to
Right.
do.
He is built like a brick house.
Like Jim Cornette said that he does stuff that someone for his size
Should
doesn't
not
have
be
to do.
Doesn't have to do. He didn't have to attempt it at WrestleMania. He didn't need to. They could have just ended it there and then. But they wanted that wow factor. Unfortunately, his WrestleMania moment became from, instead of being the he does hit a shooting star press to, oh my god, he's just landed on his head.
Daniel Bryan would probably make my top 10 as well.
Oh, definitely top 10.
But if you're talking about top 10 wrestlers, Austin doesn't get anywhere near my top 10. Austin probably won't even make my top 20. Because there's so many people out there. AJ Styles would make my top 20 wrestlers. I find AJ Styles absolutely piss poor on a mic, but as a wrestler, really entertaining.
And here's one name. Top 20, that says. And some might say it's because I'm British myself and whatnot.
Zack Sabre Jr. get on there for the top 20.
Oh, definitely. But he wasn't the one I was going to mention just.
Regal,
Bingo.
for wrestling ability, yeah.
Bingo. Straight away.
Bulldog.
Yes, you can, but memory like I said, that's... But
Had a memory like a sieve, but had the technical ability
to pull it off.
of a master wrestler.
Whoa, that's what I'm saying to you.
Now, go for your top 5 entertainers.
Entertainers. You already know straight
Jericho.
away. Jericho. You've got...
It's ironic that Jericho makes an all-round
Oh, yeah.
appearance.
It is.
And Ric Flair make an all-round appearance.
That he does.
Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, man, the man can talk for hours.
Roddy Piper.
Yes. And I believe also Roddy could also wrestle as well.
He could, but he was more known for his...
He's more known for his mic, but he could go. He can still go, but he was more known for his mic skills. Wrestling wise, straight away I've already felt 4 already. Already.
Like The Rock and Austin. Like, you go the great talkers, but if they were around in the 80s, would they...
Have been as famous.
No, I'm not saying would they have been as famous. Would they have been as big? Because they were famous because there was a void. Now in the 80s, wrestling wasn't as mainstream. It was growing again after its little finger period. It was in the territories. Would Rock and Austin have survived in the territories?
Some might say yes, some might say
So
no.
Austin was part of the Dangerous Alliance.
Yeah.
Now,
Studying Steve Williams.
Yeah.
Steve Austin.
Paul Heyman says he could go in the ring, but he didn't say anything about his mic ability. Now, if that character had stayed, would he have made? If he didn't go to the Texas Rattlesnake and flipping people off, would have Austin have been as big? Austin's biggest break was because the curtain call happened. Curtain call doesn't happen, do we see Austin through 16?
straight away, you just hit the nail on the head because here's the thing: not many people know it.
Triple H was supposed to win King of the Ring 1996.
Against Jake the Snake. It was meant to be that, but because of the curtain call, Triple H went from being one of the boys at the top
To pay your dues and work your way back
to the
up.
bottom. To
Triple H took the shit because Vince McMahon couldn't punish Shawn Michaels.
No. He couldn't punish Kevin Nash or Scott Hall.
Because they were going.
They were going.
He couldn't punish his champion.
He's the main champion,
And he would have gone with them.
and most likely would have gone with him with his attitude.
So I'll tell you what. You! However, I've got you.
You've got no belts. You've got no entitlements.
And you've come from WCW anyway. So the likelihood of you going back is very slim.
Very slim, and I can't see you going back with that name that you used to have. Do you remember it?
The Blue Blood.
Oh, as the Blue Blood. Before the Blue Blood.
I don't know
Do
what
you
it was in
remember?
WCW.
Oh, you don't remember his debut name? I'm just going to ask for a nod off the sound guy now. Actually, I'll tell you what. Give us one tap for yes or two taps for no. Do you know what his name was when he debuted in WCW? You're going to laugh at this. He got given the name Terrorizing.
Now I remember.
He got given the name
Sounds like something off Mortal Kombat.
straight away. And he goes, that sounds terrible. I want a first name, second name. And lo and behold, how did this happen? Line straight through. Yeah, that's okay. Line straight through. Okay, you have first name, last name. Terra Rising. Terra, first name, last name, Rising.
Why have you gone all Russian?
Because of the person who was actually teaching Triple H, if I'm not mistaken, was I believe it was Keller Kowalski.
Yeah.
It was him who actually gave him the name.
Right.
He literally just went. He literally got the name Terrorizing, and when Triple H literally asked him, "Can I have, please have a first name and second name?" He literally just got this marker pen and just went, "You have name, first name Terror, last name Rising, Terror Rising."
But no. So, 1996 doesn't happen. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash are still there. They don't go to be the outsiders.
Whoa. So you're saying that they actually stay true to their word?
They stay in WWE. You don't get fake Diesel, and you don't get fake Razor.
Oh. Before
It
you even start, at least the fake Diesel ended up going on to have a good career later on.
Is Steve Austin a big star in 1997, 1998?
Dan, I think he would have eventually broken out. Eventually.
Would Vince McMahon have become the greatest heel to ever walk?
No.
So therefore, Steve Austin isn't as big as he is.
It wouldn't be. It was just lucky circumstances that actually, as much as someone can turn around and say, you know, oh, they planned this all along, it was all thought through. No, it fucking wasn't.
Whereas the rest of them had boundaries to work in.
Exactly.
Harper couldn't go around giving everyone the bird. Might have wanted to. But he worked in a time where it wasn't
But then again,
ethically right to go around flipping the bird.
Whoa. He didn't need to. He was too busy hitting Hawaiian people with coconuts. And
Yeah.
saying, just when you think you have all the answers, I changed the question.
And I'm all out of gum.
Whoa. You want to start quoting Piper out of They Live. Which is basically, I came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of gum. Awesome line. Legend. Amazing man.
Dusty Rhodes.
Oh my god.
You asked that man to cut a promo. You
Right.
got 5 minutes of memorable television.
Right.
You know, Matt Burns still feels hard time.
I feel hard time!
If I get a computer to replace Matt Burns, I could go, Daddy, you just lost your job.
Daddy, a computer just took your job, and all you got for it was a watch. That wasn't quoting, by the way. That was just an alternative way.
But no, Dusty
Same.
Rhodes. Brilliant.
Dusty Rhodes was so entertaining. Have you even heard some of his commentary?
I was about to ask you about half an hour ago. Have you heard? And it doesn't happen very often. Did you hear The Undertaker on commentary?
Pardon?
Have you ever heard The Undertaker do commentary?
He has done.
As the just after the Ministry of Darkness.
It was just not long after the Ministry of Darkness when he was being himself.
With Paul Bearer and the Big Show.
And Big Show. As the...
The prelude to the American Badass.
It wasn't just the prelude to the American Badass. It was sort of... I'm just trying to remember the name of the team. That they did, the Unholy Alliance or something, or...
Yeah. It was after the Unholy Alliance. It was just as they broke up
Yeah.
after SummerSlam 1999. And he does commentary. And he comes out with some pearlers. In all fairness, I watched that and I'm like, this man shows the king up on commentary.
He is God.
Like you just watch him and he makes the Big Show seem, because Big Show was still quite green then, and he puts the Big Show over as such a threat, and you actually believe him. You're like, you know what, if this man actually woke up and stopped being such a pussy, he could destroy half the roster.
He could just slam them, and that's it.
You know, this is the largest son of a bitch in the world, and Vince, you're making him into a little pansy.
Pretty much. But here's the funny thing about it.
And he says something to Lawler. You might want to start swapping your campaign party over or something like that. And like you just get an insight into like the sort of man he was. He
Yeah.
was a well-read and versatile man.
Here's the funny thing about it.
I read something somewhere that on his travels to and from another arena, he'd never leave the car. So if they wanted food, he'd make Paul go get it.
It's keeping up the
He'd
appearance.
make Paul Bearer go into the gas station or somewhere to get the food. And what Paul used to do is he used to come back with pickles or something,
right.
which is quite funny.
Stop where you are. Why did I just picture in my head the second you just said that? Do you want fries with that? Oh, yeah!
Could you imagine going through a drive-through in
Oh,
character?
good lord! I just pictured that in the head. Why?
Austin!
Good lord!
Would you like to make that large?
Oh, yes!
That'd be the greatest in character ordering of food ever.
If somebody...
Would you like anything else? Rest in peace.
If I'm telling you this now, if anybody has a recording of that, please let us know. Please, we've got to see that because you can just ask me, colleague here. I'm almost breaking down in absolute tears of laughter from just that picturing that thought in my head immediately.
Right, I think we need to stop there.
I think we do need to stop because
We've ran 40 minutes over.
We've run over, but
Majorly
over. But if you think this has been entertaining, please let us know.
If you want to hear me tell Matt he's wrong more often, please leave a message in the comments.
Pretty much, but I take it that's never going to leave your mind now, is it? It's never going to leave your mind. You're going to walk into a takeaway.
Did they use to hire a Hearst?
Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord. I can picture it now. Yeah, now, the question is, do we have the hearse in the parking lot as they're getting the food? Or do they have them at the drive-thru where it says, ordering the food, which will, I don't care who you are, if you saw a hearse driving down, the fast food truck, the drive-in, you would brick yourself. You would still brick yourself. It's like,
But you brick yourself even more when you looked in and you see The Undertaker.
just there.
Especially, like, mid-90s Undertaker.
You're
You'd be like that, you'd be like, oh, fuck.
He's here for me. He's coming. He's come for me. Or can you imagine? Why can I just imagine many pranks being involved right now? He's in the back of the hearse. The second Paul Bear goes, "Oh yes," and my partner mentions somebody in the back would like something to eat, huh? And Tigger pops up. Just does his setup thing. Rest in peace. It was scared the bejeebers out of people.
We're closed.
We're closed.
Right, so you can find us on Facebook at The Burning Truth. You can find me on Facebook. I'm Nathan Goff on Facebook. Email us at theburningtruth@outlook.com. You can find my colleague at Matt Burns on Facebook.
Matt Burns UK. Matt Burns UK. You can find me on Twitter at Matt,
The Bad Boy Burns.
which you can always find me. I've got my own website, which is
IamAmerchal.com.
www.burns.co.uk. We both have Xbox Live accounts, which
I'm
yours
Alexander Owens.
and mine is Matt Burns. And is there anything you'd like to give a shout out to?
No, same plugs every week. If you listen to us once a week, you'll know that we sponsor the Porter Doubles League.
That we do.
Matt Burns sponsors I Have a Buying Problem for merchandise.
Actually, no. I'm actually going to sponsor one thing right now, which is it's the day after WrestleMania.
You're going to sponsor the Raw after WrestleMania?
No,
Have we got that sort of money?
No, whoa.
If we've got that sort of money,
not
can't I go for a
It's not a
confessional?
sponsor. It's just a shout out
Oh.
to a former guest that's been on the show. One job. Johnny Blaze.
One job. Is that a bit like one cornetto?
Yeah. Johnny Blaze.
Give it to me.
All I'll say is he's on Six Times Radio. He's doing a late nighter, doing an all nighter on Six Times Radio. From, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, from either 10 or 11 at night till 8 in the morning.
So if you get tune-in radio, you can actually listen to that.
You can
if
actually
don't
listen
live in
to that.
Stoke.
If you don't live in Stoke, and you just want to
Tune
listen
into free app, so you've got no excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
Not at all. Not at all.
And it's if you want to give it a shout out and have a listen to it, and whatnot,
If you tell him the Burning Truth sent you, he'll be even happier.
he'll be even happier. Plus, the reason why he's doing this is basically to sort of to try and keep the radio station going live. Try and keep it going, push it more.
So that's that. And we'll be back next week, where one of us is available for WrestleMania and the other one isn't.
Possibly.
Well, I know I'm available.
Possibly. I could be busy.
Prior engaged.
Prior engaged, but either way,
One of us will be watching WrestleMania live, the other one will be watching it in the morning.
or having it spoiled.
Or there's going to be text messages. And
I will curse you.
I'll be all over your Xbox.
I will curse you. But anyway, the one thing I will mention to everybody is, please check out any local shows that you are possibly interested in. Be safe, stay well, and see you next week.
See you later.